Hello?
Oh, there you are. If I can turn on my microphone.
Hi.
Beth, it's Jeff
Oh,
from
hi.
KIX.
Hi, how are you doing? It's
Oh,
Beth
not too
Holli.
bad. Yeah, thanks for doing this.
Are we on the air now?
No, we got
This is
60
going to be
seconds here.
pre-recorded?
No, we're going to do it live.
Oh, okay.
It's just doing the
Oh,
news
okay.
right now. I just patched you in. That's
Oh,
what screwed
okay.
me over. Usually I talk to you and then patch you in, but I was trying to be slick and it backfired on me. But you know how that
That's
works.
perfectly fine.
But
yeah.
we got 45 seconds. I'll give you a little intro, and then we'll chat for 10, 15 minutes, and I'll throw it to bail money.
I'm so just impressed that y'all have picked it up on FM radio.
Yeah, you'll FM radio love.
I know. I am? Really?
All right, well, we got 20 seconds. Let me patch you through, and I'll chat with you in 20 seconds.
Okay, I came in because the dogs are barking. I had to come in one of the rooms in the house, in the bathroom, so that you can't hear the dogs bark.
Oh, that's fine.
So if it echoes, that's why.
Oh, okay. You sound good. All right, here we go. Welcome back to the KIX 96.5 Morning Show. 3 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock. Happy Thursday morning to you. We love showcasing indie artists on the show, and this morning we're heading to Alabama to chat with country singer Beth Holli. Beth's been singing since she was 4. She sang with many country legends since she was 14, and now she's back to reboot her career to her first love, music. We're stoked to have Beth on the show. First, Beth, thanks for coming on.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm just so pleased. I love Wyoming.
Well, that's good. Well, you need to come out and visit us. Your dad was a music producer, so music's always been in your life. At age 14, you try out for the Grand Ole Opry. Tell us what happens, Beth.
I lied about my age. 'Cause then you didn't have to have a driver's license and show all of your, who you were. So I just put down 16. And then when I got caught being out and about with another singer who is very successful, got caught swimming in the dolphin pool. They found out my age, and I got fired.
And that was the end of your Opry run. But
That
it
was the
didn't
end of
stop you.
that was in the amusement park. And that's where Dottie West picked me up.
Well, exactly. Then you get hooked up with Dottie West. How does that happen? Is that from your dad knowing her or what?
No, it was from meeting her at a concert when I was 12.
Oh, geez.
And then I saw her when she was at the park, and she said, "Little girl, you want to know what the road's like? Get your stuff packed." And I said, "All righty."
I mean, this is insane. You're still 14 at this time, right?
Correct. Now, would you let your children go traveling around the country at 14 years old without you?
No.
No. Not nowadays. I wouldn't let mine do it either.
Exactly. I wouldn't let my 18-year-old daughter travel around right now, I don't think. I mean, but Dottie, I mean, she's a legend. She's out on the road. She's hitting it hard. You had to learn a ton from Dottie West.
I did. I learned how to be a successful but humble and appreciative performer, because she stopped and talked to everybody, even if it was going to make her late on stage. I mean, I can remember Kenny pulling on her to come on out, but she was like, "I'm busy right now," So she taught me that you are nothing without the people that support you. And they are here to take their time to see you and to hear you. You take your time to be gracious back. And I've always done that.
Yeah. How long were you with Dottie?
2 or 3 years.
Yeah. And was it, what, in the early 80s?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, as a matter of fact. Yeah, it was, I want to say it was 1980 was my last year.
Yeah, because Dottie, man, she passed away in 1991 at age 58.
Right.
Which was just way too young.
I was pregnant with my first child, and I was devastated. I can remember I was at work because I gave up my career to get married, have a family, have a normal life. And I was sitting there in the intensive care unit because I'm a nurse. And I was just bawling my eyes out. And somebody said, well, it's not, you act like you know her. I said, I did, because they didn't know anything about my past.
Yeah.
So then it all came out. So.
Yeah, wow. So is that what stopped? I mean, a guy is what stopped your career?
A jealous one, yes.
Yeah.
And my stupidity for allowing it. And Kenny Rogers told me, don't ever let a husband, a boyfriend, that's why he was married so many times, because he never let anybody get in his way.
Yeah, he didn't let anybody stop him. It didn't work too well for his relationships, but did well for his career. There's
in his wallet, so hey.
Yeah, exactly. It worked out for him. There's a picture of you and Willie Nelson. I think it's on your Reverb page or something. Mm-hmm. Tell us that story, Beth, because what'd you sing Happy Birthday? You were like 17 at that time.
Yes. I got dared while he was in town, and I was in town here. And they said, I dare you go sing Happy Birthday to him. So being at where he was performing, they knew who I was. So I went in there and put on a little Playboy bunny outfit and hopped myself out on stage for his birthday. and I mean, Willie stopped mid-strung to go, what?
Yeah.
And then he said, you need to put something on over this young lady. So, I mean, I got parented by some of the greatest singers in the world.
Yeah.
But I said, he loved it. He thought it was hilarious. But he was an extremely respectful man, too. I feel very proud and just blessed to have had the young life and, even my non-career, even my medical career. And then just waking up before COVID hit really hard. And I just looked at my husband and I said, hey, I'm going back into show business. And he said, hot damn. And next thing I know, I come home and there's a recording studio in one of the spare bedrooms upstairs.
Wow.
I said, he goes, and I'm learning this stuff. I'm going to learn it. We're going to do it. So that's how we got it started again.
Yeah, that's how she started it again. Incredible. Go check her out. Beth Holli. It's Holli. She's Beth Holli Music on Facebook. She's on Instagram, Reverb Nation, like we said. Go to Spotify and check out her latest singles. Well, that's what I was just going to say. How did it start again? I mean, obviously your husband is supporting you, or, I mean, he's all for it.
He's very much for it. I mean, on our first date, we went to a karaoke bar. He didn't know I could sing either. So I got up there and started singing, and he just looked at me and was like, oh, my God, so it just kind of started from there. And, 20 years later, here we are. But anytime I said I wanted to go sing or whatever, I had come off stage at a karaoke bar in New Orleans and just see tears in his eyes, because he was so proud and enamored to have that as his wife, So he's always been supportive, and he works and takes extra money, puts extra money aside just to be able to record our songs.
Nice, yeah.
And it's nice to have a supportive partner.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, and you, I can't believe your stories, Beth, because you don't look however old you are. When I was first researching you, I was like, this can't even be true, because there's no way she's this old. But I mean, it's amazing. But go check her out.
My husband told me, he said, you don't, Beth Holli, which is my stage name, doesn't have a birth certificate. You can be however old you want to be. I said, no, I can't, because my stories won't match up. So I'm proud to say that in August, I will be 61 years old.
Yeah, I mean, you whatever you're doing, it's working, Beth, because you look great. So,
well, thank you.
That's good. Well, and when you come back, please don't touch me there. Wins Best Country Song at the XMA Awards. I mean, you weren't even. Were you even thinking you were even going to have a shot at winning this thing?
That was my third win at the XMA.
Oh, that was your
first
third
one
one?
was When I Dream.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, my first one was When I Dream, which was when I wrote about my fiance who passed away 2 months before we were getting married. He had a brain aneurysm. And so I wrote that one because all I could do was sleep. And so coping with, losing a partner through sleep. And then Crazy Love came out. Please Don't Touch Me there. And that was the third and fourth awards, yeah. And then Bail Money's about to be released to the XMAs. Plus, I've got several other. I've gotten several other emails that my promoter, Caden Gordon, has submitted Bail Money to for awards, and Bail Money dropped in the top 100 this week, and I was thrilled.
Yeah, Bail Money, her latest single. You're going to hear it here in a second, but you've got the who's who on this. How did you hook up with Randy Coors, your producer?
Sam McClung was a man that, honestly, I met on LinkedIn, and I knew he was a producer. So I started talking to him about what I wanted to do. And so we kind of stayed friends and talked over the internet. When I went up to Nashville to record Please Don't Touch Me there, and he showed up at the recording studio to meet me and my husband. And he was just fascinated and happy. These are his words, not mine. He goes, I'm just blown away because I've never seen this much emotion and performance from somebody just in the booth. So he said he had us hooked up with another studio, and the guy's equipment was missing something. It was being delayed. So he goes, well, I've got this other guy named Randy Coors. I said, okay. So we went to Randy, and I found out he was a Grammy winner for sound engineering. And he's got several other Grammys, too. And he was a performer. I was just in awe. I was so nervous. And after spending time with him, and we booked a certain amount of time, and he said, you know what, we haven't got this right yet, so we're going till we get done. I said, but I only booked 4 hours. And he said, yeah, well, you're going to be here 9, so get back in that booth. I was okay. So he is a lover of music. He's not there to get rich, and he prefers, helping young, new artists, and putting his spin on it, and he does such a wonderful job.
Oh, it sounds great. Well, and the people that played on this thing, would you say Antoine Fig from David Letterman's show plays drums on it?
He was Paul Schaefer's drummer. Stu Hamm, he is a world-renowned bassist. Brendan Fitzpatrick. Now, that's who I've been friends with for 20 years. He was used to play under Magic Red and the Voodoo Tribe down in the Floribama. And I used to go down there and sing with him. Well, I was looking through my cell phone, and all of a sudden I saw his name, and I said, I bet it's not his name, but his number's still after 20 years, but I'm going to try it. I did, and it was him, and he was like, oh, my God. I don't go by that name anymore. I said, well, I'm not bringing you a 20-year-old, so it's okay.
Exactly.
But he's the one that got us in touch with, because he's a network musician himself. He's the one that plays the guitar.
Okay.
He's the one that can just shred that that bridge right there. And then he got us hooked up with Lucas Woke, who did the banjo, and Jeff Kalimba. Now, when all this was recorded, Brandon, Lucas, and Jeff, which was a New Jersey sound engineer, they were all in New Jersey. Stu was in Las Vegas. Anton was in South Africa. I was in Birmingham. And then we had Vicky Carrico, who did a 6-part harmony that would just blow anybody away. She also sang with Dottie for many, many, many years.
Okay.
She was Dottie's background singer. So she, and what was funny was I hadn't seen her in 40 years, and Sam hooked me up with this vocal coach because I'd had something that turned out to be my medicine, but I was having problems breathing, and so he wanted to have me a vocal coach. And when I looked on the FaceTime and it was her, we both just started crying because we knew who it was. And so she was my vocal coach and my background lady. And then she was in Nashville with Randy and Josh Shillings, who did the organ and piano. And then I come from Birmingham up to do the vocals. And we just had a hit of a time. And I've never been more proud of having the people that I had on this record. I felt very, very blessed.
Oh, yeah. It's like the stars are aligning for you, Beth. It's amazing.
Thank you. It's called manifestation, honey. You think it hard enough, you know you got it, you want it bad enough in your heart, it will come to the universe, and God will give you what you desire.
Yeah, and where'd you get bail money? Because didn't you say Carrie Underwood turned it down, or?
That was what I was told. I was told Carrie and Miranda both turned it down because it was too wordy. And, boy, were they right. But I had met this writer and went to meet him in Nashville. And so my and my husband drove up to Nashville. He presented us 2 songs. And me being a jail prison nurse, it was kind of funny to have.
Yeah.
So that's what we've gotten. And we just loved it. So that's one we took. And Carlos and Stephen Beatty and Marty Dodson are the writers on Bail Money, and it would just fit perfect. So,
yeah, no, it's great. You're going to hear it here just in a second. Go check out Beth. Go follow her. She's Beth Holli Music. She's on Facebook, Instagram. Go to Reverb Nation. Check her out. Go to Spotify and listen to all of her singles. You mentioned it, Beth. You're a nurse at a jail. How long have you been doing this? Quite a while?
Yeah, 20 years. That's what I did with my second career because they were so short of nurses, and I thought, okay. So I got divorced from my first husband, went back to school, nursing school, and became a nurse, raised my kids, and just woke up one morning and decided I want to do this again.
Yeah, what do your kids think?
Of my job or the singing
No,
part?
the singing, going back to singing.
Oh, my youngest one's like, oh, well, congratulations. Good, Mom. He's a deputy sheriff. My oldest one's like, congratulations, Mom. I'm so excited for you, and he works for a manufacturer. But, yeah, that's all they've known is Mom singing around the house all their life.
Yeah.
And so it was really, honestly, what do they think? Okay. Well, my youngest one says, Mom, you're not supposed to be wearing outfits like that. You got too much skin showing. I said, son, it's a pair of boots and shorts and my thighs showing. Well, that's just too much for my mother. So,
Yeah, they're protecting Mom. They don't
Very.
want too much skin coming out. But yeah, I mean, the picture, it's of you holding the Grammy in the studio. You said, here's our future. I just love the look when you're holding the Grammy. It's just, you're just grabbing a hold of it. It's great.
Well, I told Randy, I said, okay, I want to get a picture of you holding your Grammy. And he said, no, we're going to get a picture of you holding my Grammy because that's your future. I want you to know what it feels like.
Yeah. Well.
And they're pretty heavy. And I was just, so, enamored just to be able to hold one. And I know that I will have one before long.
Yeah, she's going to be there. Go and follow her, Beth Holli. Also, we'll give Caden a plug here real fast because Caden Gordon, your PR guy. When we talked earlier, you said he found you. I mean, everything is coming at you, Beth.
Yes, he found me. And I was very blessed to have him. He is such a young man and has so many stations and so much potential and really gets things done. So I told him, I said, hey, I could use you as a promoter. And since I don't know anything about social media, I'll pay you to run my social media too.
Yeah.
He said, okay. So he keeps me up, and if somebody sends me a personal email, he forwards it right on over to me.
Yeah, he's great.
Because he's smart. So I'm going to actually go spend some time with him in Nashville when he goes in July.
Oh, nice.
and take him around to some studios and let him get the feel of, being around those.
Yeah.
He's excited. But it's just God's plan for me to have fallen back into this. And I really firmly believe it's because I never stopped singing even when I gave up my career.
Well, exactly. Well, you have unfinished business, that's for sure.
Well, that's the way I felt about it was, there's 3 things I wanted to do, and that was finish medical school, which is a different story, and then, win an Oscar and a Grammy. So I got 2 things left.
She's got things coming. Well, they're coming her way. Go and check her out, Beth Holli. Here is Bail Money. Beth, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
It's Bail Money. It's Beth Holli. It's KIX 96.5.